Okay. Weird deck. It's an Artifact Matters blue-green deck with not a lot of green and like half a win con. I like it. I like it. Okay. All right, I'd say 13 wins on average. Okay. So, what doesn't want to be in here? I mean, I don't want to say this, chat, but is this a 51 card deck? I mean, we get... The reason to keep a small deck is you more consistently draw your good cards. Do we have good cards in this deck? I mean, that is a real question. Okay. Heart Piercer Bow. I think this is an Axe deck, but let's remove it for a second and look. Our removal is in a color we're not playing. That's exciting. Dude, these cards are pretty bad. Okay. Do we have blue creatures that activate the Guardian? Yeah, I got a couple. All right, so these are the cards I want to play. I know why we have those cards, and I'm just looking at what we're pulling out. I don't think we can play Heart Piercer Bow with this deck. Like, we're not aggressive. We're not looking for sweet trades by attacking off, right? I think I kind of need Axe, and I think I kind of need the one that gets pulled by the Weaponsmith, which is the Vial of Dragonfire. I think it's that one comes in. So 3-2. So what is our likely cards? We got this flyer. That flyer. Okay. So actually, there's a couple cards we'd like here. We kind of want this flyer. We kind of want this mill card. Mill card only triggers off blue creatures. We don't actually have a lot of blue creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue creatures is kind of light on blue creatures. The Larcenist draws us cards. The Axe lets us trade. Manalith fixes for us, but it costs us a card, so it's a bit expensive. And the green body is the green body. Drop Forsaken Sanctuary, sure. I mean, it makes no... It's just, you're doing lands. Do lands last, right? Especially when you're watching streamers, right? Because you're always going to do you're always going to figure out your cards, then figure out your mana base, because it doesn't make sense to do anything else. Okay. So, with that said, are we playing the best cards we can with the rest of our stuff? What's the Vision? Yeah, Visionary's a mana dork, right? That's good. We have a Green Seeker. I like all of these cards at 2 and 3 quite a lot. I like our 4s. Okay, these cards are definitely in. This card's still a maybe. But these cards are all in. The Crab might be okay. We got plenty of draw. That's... Oh, dude, Tide can't hit opponent. I was thinking I could use this as a mill. It's interesting. It's not. It's less interesting, rather. So we need 3 cards out. We're always running 17 lands with this deck. 3 cards out. I don't believe in a 1-2 that can attack. We have very light interaction and almost no flyers. So probably this 2-2 is actually worth something. What's he called? The Mistral Singer? Sure. I don't think we're playing Sage Road Denizen. I don't think we're playing Larcenist. Not 18. I don't know if we can afford 18, right? I mean, we have a little bit of draw off Spectral Sailor, I guess. We've got Cultivate and a Mana Dork already. And Green Seeker for fixing, and a ramp spell off Meteorite. No, I don't think we can play 18 lands. We've got a lot of cards that are already based around accelerating our curve or getting mana out. I'd like to fit this Axe in. Is there any way we can drop? What could we drop for Axe? What's the weakest card in our deck right now? Pteranodon? Moat Piranhas? Scorpion? Gearsmith? Oh, you mean the Guardian, the 5-drop? That's not wrong. How many blue creatures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Meteorite is meh. Meteorite is meh, but we have artifact synergies in terms of casting artifact spells. We have light removal, so the damage is nice, and we have mana fixing that we want to do. I don't hate Meteorite here. What is the Artificer? He's a 4-drop. He's a 4-mana 3/3 who on your combat phase, I think it's your combat phase. Yeah. Beginning of combat makes one of your artifact creatures get +2/+2 and indestructible. I suppose it is cuttable. I guess I mean, we have 3 artifact creatures that we care about, but we're not really looking to break them with damage, are we? So there is an argument for this. It's never a good blocker. I mean, it's just a 3/3 body. Maybe we cut Artificer. It seems weird to cut Artificer with 4 fucking artifact creatures. But we could. What is Axe doing for us if we ever try to attack? Axe lets us activate Pteranodon, makes the flyers into beaters. We have a lot of light power creatures. Let's just trade up. What's our creature count? God damn it. 16 right now. We're going to have the ability to use our mana? Probably. We don't have a lot of mana sinks in this deck. Spectral Sailor. And probably multi-spelling off things like Patient Rebuilding, I guess. Can we not have 41 cards? Of course you can have 41 cards. You can have any number. You can have. There's no maximum deck size that I'm aware of. The downside to adding more cards to your deck is consistency, right? So you draw your good cards less, draw your bombs less. It's just less consistent. Not a lot of Lava Axes in this deck. I drafted everyone I saw in this draft. Max is 250. Is it really? I didn't know there was a max. Lose Scorpion. Scorpion is super good for us. I mean, we don't have a death touch. We don't have like a fight effect, which is kind of annoying. We didn't end up taking that, but it's still a 1/1 that just trades, right? I think it's Artificer out. It feels weird because we have enough artifact creatures that it feels like it could be something, but Artificer's an aggressive card, right? It makes your artifacts why is it not giving me text on this card? Wow, great hover. Awesome game, Watsy. Well done. All right. The problem is it's only on my turn. So I can never block with this effect. I can only ever attack with this effect. And if I'm attacking, I'm racing, right? Like the goal is to force damage through with a card like this. So I don't think I can play that. All right. We don't need anywhere near this number of planes. Is Cultivate 2 basics? Okay, so we need at least 1 planes. So I think it's like that. I don't think we're playing 1 planes, right? We've got Blossoming Sands, a planes, an Evolving Wild to search for the planes, and a Cultivate to search for the planes. We don't self-mill. Have 2 other white sources if that planes gets milled. I think that's fine. Oops. So what are we doing for mana? We have pretty equal wanting of green and blue early. We have a double green at 6 and a double blue at 5. So we probably want a pretty even base here. So what is this? We need 2 more lands in. We're currently at 6 green. Well, not really. I mean, it's 5, 6, 7, 8 green, 9 green off the Visionary, and 7, 8. Well, it's more, right? This Meteorite gives us mana too. I think we just want to run this relatively equal here. So 1 planes, 1 blossoming. This is what, like this. What is this now? 6, 7. Seven to 8. We need to double blue. Do we have any combat tricks that we hold up? We don't. Do we have any counter spells we hold up? We don't. So we don't actually give a shit too much about what our other land is. I want to play Green Seeker every time on 2, and I want to play Visionary every time on 3. I don't have to play Patient Rebuilding every time on 5. Maybe. It's a bit sketch. So what is this now? 7 blue sources and islands, an 8th off Evolving Wild, and 9th off Meteorite. All right, we'll try this. We'll try this. Okay, second planes? No. The more planes we add, the worse it is for a deck. We're only including 1 planes at all because we have 2 things that search for basic lands, and the planes needs to be able to be one of those targets for that. What do you guys think for this deck? This is like Artifact Matters, blue-green Artifact Matters mill deck. Okay. And I need to rename it. What do we call this? Patiently Filthy? Seems reasonable. Okay. 7-0, 3 wins, bad draws kill us. Bad draws kill us. Is there a deck that you're aware of that bad draws don't kill you in? Because if there is, I'd like to play that deck more. Okay. Good luck. May your predictions be accurate if you predicted for me, and may your predictions bite you in the ass if you predicted against me. May my meteorite teach you lessons. Okay. High variance in favor. No, but I'm prediction high variance in favor of bad draws. I see. I predict a meteorite is in your future. Let's see what we get. Green Seeker opening hand. Yes, please. Opponent goes first. It's a bit of a bummer. All right, don't like having Vile Dragonfire in my opening hand because we can't fucking tutor for it. I don't really want a life gain deck over there. We don't have good removal, so we can't interact with like life gain kind of growing life gain. Yeah, so this looks like black-white life matters. Or life game matters. Is that it? That was your turn? Oh, that's your turn? I'm happy with that turn. I'll play this card. Okay. All right. Seems good. Opponent took a turn off. We took a turn off, but ramped our board. Or ramped our mana base anyways. This would be a very good time to bluff an attack because he didn't attack last turn. So now I'd be like, well, what changed? I'm never giving him the Dry Green Seeker. Take action. I'll draw a card off my dude. Thanks. I wish this wouldn't show up there. We're at 5 mana now. 3/4 flyer to beat him in his face. Gearsmith for future beatings. Maybe we Gearsmith into Elemental, I guess. Okay. They forgot to gain 1? Yeah. What is it? You think he's got what's the white removal for 3 that gains him 4 life when it kills an artifact? I feel like that's the card he has right now. I feel like he's main decking it. Get a land off Green Seeker. How do you feel about upkeep stop to potentially pull another one before our draw? It doesn't make any sense at all what you just described. Why would I have a higher chance at the start of our turn to do that? Like, the time to do a Green Seeker on an upkeep is when you need to pull a land that turn to cast your spells. So where the chance of tapping your blocker and doing it then is, it's worth it to then commit your blocker to not being able to block because you need the land to do something that turn. When we're happy on lands, we don't want to do it on our upkeep unless we know there's a land there. And we have no way of knowing there's a land there. Okay. If you miss with Seeker, it's guaranteed spell. What does that mean? Miss with Seeker, yeah, okay. So I've got a 5/5 here if we want to play it out. Evolving Wild is fine. Comes into play tapped, might as well do it this turn. Fits my mana perfectly. So we'll run out Elemental. Swing with the Guardian, who's a 5/5. Green Seeker's hit twice now. Yep, super good. Does that make sense, Commander's Brew? And I technically, on his end step, I should do Green Seeker first into Evolving Wilds for one more land in the deck for the percentage value. Okay. Ah, you gain 1. Okay. I mean, this is what our deck wants to be, right, chat? A ground beatdown deck. I mean, that's what all the cards are drafted. Wilds plus Seeker to scry away bad cells. Yes, I can. Poor opponent. He's not playing the game over here. This is like, I mean, it's great we're winning, I guess, but I'd just rather have a game where we could play. That's another, by the way, benefit of doing the Green Seeker end step as opposed to my beginning of my phase. I play around Take Vengeance, which is sorcery only. Currently, he can't interact with my Green Seeker with that. I don't want that card right now. Okay. There's that scry away bad cards they were talking about. We have, do I need another forest? Got a million blue cards in hand, but I got another blue mana. Sure. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana right now, right? 4 and 3. Always playing this card out. I guess he could have discard, but I'm not super worried about it. So 7 mana. I don't care about tapping his cards. I like 3, 5, 7 or 3, 5, 7 equip. That seems good. Okay. Bam! Prowess trigger. He's huge! She's huge. This card can't be targeted. It can attack this turn, or rather, can't be targeted with 2 mana. So, unless he's got a 0 mana instant speed removal that does 4 damage. Yeah. Good heal. Opponent gains 1. Dang. We're bullying this poor bastard. I don't know what his deck's like. The card quality seems pretty low so far. He's had mana issues. He hasn't played a black card yet. Like, we're not making decisions here. I mean, we're making very small decisions of how to brutalize this poor bastard who's playing a game that's screwing him. That's a Life Game Matters card right there. It generates 4/4 angels if he ever goes to 27. It's got text in the card. Sorry, buddy. Oh no, he may not have known it had text. What if he screwed himself by casting Speaker? What if he had another Take Vengeance? And with 4 mana, he could remove my 5/4 flyer. But with 3 mana, he can't do anything. Fuck. Seems strong. Sure. What? No, you want to attack with the 2/4 and threaten the Soul Mender as a combat trick to make it a 3/5 at instant speed. That's what you want to do. That's fine. No blocks. Oh, pre-combat? Okay. Pre-blocks? You don't want to ambush the Green Seeker? No? Okay. Take action? I think it's hit 4 times now. Fucking card. Ridiculous. Just drew our answer to his tapped creature too. Nice. That card can grow out of control, I guess. All right. Is prowess non-creature? It is non-creature, so it's not like okay. So we can get him for 7. A swift response. I can do it now for 8. I can let him invest more in that if I want. I can draw. I can keep it tapped. I mean, all of these things are options, right? Let's draw first. And then I could keep it tapped. Get him for 7, keep it tapped, kill it at the end of the turn. I lose 1 point of damage. Does it matter? I kind of want him to invest more in that card. I'm not sure it mattered these plays. Oh. Poor guy. Get bullied. I wonder if the 1 damage did matter. 5, 7, 8. Looks a lot like 1 damage mattered. It's fine, we'll do it on our turn. Sure. I sideboard during games. No, you sideboard between games. And the problem with this format is it's best of 1, which means you only play the same guy once. Okay. I mean, I guess this technically keeps him alive. But I don't think it does, right? So I block here. It's fine. Let's take a look. Dude, 5 hits off Green Seeker. 5 hits. That's so stupid. Okay. I think we're going to flash in Sailor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 creature spells brings it to 11 off this card, or 2 on non-creature spells. So we'll run out Dragonfire for prowess 1. That's creature only, by the way. And then we'll run out Swift Response for prowess 2. Oh, you're right. He can heal too. I missed the heal. Good call. Can I force damage through? He's got a lifelink here for 2, 3. I've only got a 2 ground here. No, I can't. Yeah. Too bad. Too bad. So we're 1 off. Is there any way I can draw a card? I can draw a card. Is there a 1 mana spell we can draw into? I don't think there is. So we can draw off the Sailor. Has Summoning Sickness. Couldn't I kill the 2/2 with my artifact? Sure, but the 2/2, I guess that gains him 2 life, but this gains him 1 anyways. I guess I could force a gang block. Sure. Oops. The problem is he's got 2 life linkers, right? So this card taps to gain life. Why did I activate 3 mana there? Just for funsies? Okay, that's fine. We had fun activating that mana. So does this kill him now? So he blocks 2, blocks 1, chumps them both, gains 1, goes to 12, takes 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11 goes to 1. Okay. Nope. Opponent says I've had enough of this game. I was expecting goes to 1, untaps, cast Wrath of God, or whatever the fuck it's called, Cleansing Nova. Bullied? Yeah, well, not our fault, right? Fucking game design fault. Doesn't have any goddamn resources to play cards. Feels bad. Greenseeker MVP drew us 5 cards for a 2 mana 1/3. So yeah, it was fucking MVP. Okay. I don't know, guys. That poor guy, brutally punished. Not a game? No. I mean, we won it, so it feels less bad. But that's part of the thing with Magic, though, right? If you really looked at, like I did this, right? When we tracked our initial foray into Magic, where we tracked all the wins and losses that were even remotely, not even remotely, that were decided by land screws on either side, it turns out it's really brutal. There's a lot of them. It's a good hand. We got a 1, 2, 3. We've got an Artifact and an Artifact Matters card. So actually we have 1, 2, double 3, right? Or 1, 2. Next turn, cast Steel Overseer and Cultivate. There's a question about whether or not I want to... the ambush is on... It's a 2-1, right? I'm okay trading a Scorpion for a 2-1. It was absurd. It was like 40% or something of games were decided one way or the other by land screws. It was so high. So I don't know what's greedier. The Overseer starting to grow is relevant, but it's way more mana efficient to wait. It's just I don't have so many cards in my hand that I get to wait. I guess we want to tutor with this soon too. All right, so we're going to play this out. He's counter. Then I'd rather he countered this one. Doesn't look like he's counter though. Or maybe he doesn't consider this a card worth countering. There is a 2 mana counter in this format. It's the Essence Scatter or whatever it's called. I just like the play next turn of Cultivate plus Steel Overseer. Seems amazing. Valid. Okay. Fuck Cultivate. We're gonna go Visionary. Okay. Could draw first, but fuck that. I'll trade Scorpion for Thallid. I'm not super excited about it, but that's why Scorpion's in the deck. It's designed to block shit and die. So here's a flyer. Don't have any interaction with flyers right now. Didn't attack. Bold. Alright, drawing another land here is kind of unfortunate. Since we now have a lot of land cards and not a lot to do. We can tutor up a bow. Not a bow, a grenade rather. Do that end step, right? Alright, so our plan then is cultivate for an island and a plains. Play the island, untapped. Pass the turn. I don't want to trade Visionary for Thallid, I don't think. We might eventually be able to use mana if we draw any of our mana sinks. We're going to pump Overseer end step and tutor up the thing, I believe. I could also Frostlinks the Thallid and push damage, but it feels weaker to me. Can't double spell in any way, right? So if I cast, okay, let's see if I use this guy for mana. So then I have 4, 5 mana, it's 6 to double spell. Okay. I think we're doing this. Oh, it's tapped. Oh no, chat, it's tapped. I just read that wrong. I thought it came into play untapped and I got one to my hand. Feels bad. So we missed our tutor this turn. It's not the end of the world, but it's kind of annoying. Okay. Easy +1 punt. I mean, I developed my tap land this way, but honestly, this hand doesn't care if I develop a tap land. Probably should have actually taken an island with the plains already there, but I wasn't, I don't know. Feels bad. Feels bad. Upkeep the tutor is an interesting idea. Land, absolutely perfect. That's what we want to see here. So I think we're just vialing the 2-1. I guess I can wait for him to equip it. This is a series of unfortunate draws. We're at 9 lands and a mana dork and our cultivate all in the same 1 here. I don't think I play out links here. I mean, I can get in for 4, but then I don't keep growing the Overseer. Tap down Thalad's all right. Get in for 3. Can't detonate the Vial if I go for 3, though. So I think I want to play this and pass, sadly. Sadly. Okay. I guess Pump Spell makes the Dragonfire worse on his turn, but I would like to threaten to make... I'd like him to consider at least equipping the axe. I'm going to blow that up now. $17 lands in this deck, yep. We have top end and draw and things we want to multi-spell, but I didn't think it was an 18-lander. Oh, he's bringing back this. No, at least he can't play it this turn, I guess. Yeah. No, the pumps in black are often just like recursion kind of pumps. It's fine. Alright, that's one of the cards we want to see here, and we have a fuck ton of mana. Too bad we don't have more blue sources. If this had been tutor blue, I would have been a fucking god, wouldn't I have? Alright. The 5-2, I still don't care. It's still the trade with the Scorpion. Doesn't make any difference. The 2-2 doesn't matter either. We're fine on board. We're just going to draw cards with Sailor. I think this is, sadly, a pass. Jesus, so much mana garbage here. One more island would have been so good. I could have maybe main phased. What if I had just what if I had not flashed in Sailor and just drawn a card? We would have been 5 mana done and would have had 3 mana up plus the extra 2 off the weaponsmith. Could have been okay. Oh my god, that's a big beater. I guess if this gets countered, I'm going to be pretty salty. I'm so annoyed with that turn where we didn't put the island in play. Seems weird for him to wait. It does. Maybe he's finally got enough mana that he wants to play a bigger... What? No spells? Because he can't... It's Bone to Ash, huh? Okay. Ah, it's not Bone to Ash. That's fine. Maybe I could have... I don't think I have any pump spells, so there's nothing I can draw for there, right? Well, now I'll draw, because it's not fucking Bone Dash. Yep, needed me to tap first, it's fine. Drew an island. Well, I actually did want an island there, I just didn't want an island. Like, okay, game. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. So what are the flash creatures? And he could have his own Spectral Sailor. I'm going to draw some one-off drawing 2. Maybe I shouldn't have played Greenseeker there. I didn't even think about the fact I could double activate. I mean, I'm going to get him for 1, I think. He doesn't have white mana, so there's no kill tap creatures. Okay. We played a land every turn, and we still have 2 lands in hand. You never just naturally go to fucking 10 lands. It's crazy. I think draw 1 prior to Greenseeker is better. You're probably right. Oh goodness. Okay. Can -1/-1 my Sailor. That's brutal. Okay, that's the card we've been waiting on. So it's nice to finally draw it.
Only I am free of death.
He plays out a 2/1, I guess, to protect it. Can I kill this Planeswalker? What else does it do? +1, mill 3 if zombies are in it. Okay. I don't think playing Green Seeker was the play at all there. I think I should have kept the mana open to double draw off that. I just didn't actually count my lands first. Okay. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So I could nuke his Seer, tap down his Gravedigger, swing with a 2/2 and a 1/3 versus Liliana. It doesn't die there. And I don't get to play Patient Rebuilding doing that. Oh, does Meteorite go Liliana? Fuck that. Great. I thought it was 2 damage to a creature. Thanks, chat. It's the first time I played this. All right, so we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't think I'm overly concerned about the Seer right now. Okay. I can't run. I don't control that Gleese. That sucks, but subs don't get ads. Can't control it though. All right, comes blocked by creature. Okay, so a big chunky boy. It's fine. Take 2. Look for land. Not land. I'll take the flyer. Seems great. Milled 2 lands, so I draw 2 extra cards. Yeah. Swift response for that guy is awesome. Pull out our elemental seems great. Now, there is a decision. I could Frostlinks the fucking 8/6 now and kill it while he has no mana for counters. He hasn't played counters. I don't remember last turn what his mana situation was like. I think he would have equipped Axe if he had it. I can lose to this 8/6. I have 2 cards that remove it.
Quitters never win.
Better safe than sorry is not quite right, because this card has other effects, but this card will kill me, so I kind of want to remove it. I mean, spending resources when you don't need to is pretty painful. And he has a recursion deck, so the penalty of this is he just recurs the fucking thing, right? Thank you, Chosen of Set, for the 7 months. We've seen a Gravedigger. We've seen a Liliana. So it's very often going to have a Soul Salvage in a deck like this, or a Macabre Welts, or even the thing that regrows the 5/5, right? I'll trade with that, it's fine. Second Gravedigger. It's gonna be the flyer again or the big boy? Big boy. Can't cast it this turn though, so that's at least a couple turns off. His deck's at 17 cards. Mana Dork. Good one too. I'll take that. Milled 1 land, so I draw twice. Got an Unsummon and a Disperse. It's nice. Let's draw first. Another land. I don't even know how this is possible. We have more lands than all of my opponents put together. Ever. Does it matter? No. Okay. No attacks. I mean, we can chump that. We're at 17. We can chump that thing a lot. It doesn't have trample. It does do damage to us every time we chump it, but it's only 2 damage, right? So we can avoid 8 by chumping with like a Sky Scanner or something. Seems okay. Keep the lands for Dispel card. Only if I want to hold cards in hand, Alexander, right? So I'm trying to think what else we hold in hand. Do we have any instant speed that we want to hold anymore? Like, isn't the only card we have for that Swift Response? Yeah, I got a 2/1 first striker on the board, buddy. I mean, you're welcome to attack into it. It's my deck. I'm at 12 cards, chat. Do we actually mill him out or do we lose here? Maybe we gotta stop activating that fucking green seeker. Got a meteor golem out of that. Warden's a good draw. Okay, we're at 10 cards. This mills 3. This is a May effect. So I'm probably just going to decline it. Okay. I mean, we're still playing a land every turn. And still 2 more lands in hand. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. Alright, return a Gravedigger. Sure. What is he getting back? Meteor Golem? I guess. That's okay. Oh, is he going to nuke my Patient Rebuilding? That's bad. He is actually 1 ahead of us in draws right now, but it's going to take a long-ass fucking time. Does he have enough mana? 5, 9. Yeah, he's got plenty of mana, right? He's got the mana dork. He's got exactly 7 up right now. Okay, we can't activate Green Seeker anymore. So now I'm on the blocking plan. Why don't we swing at their flyers? Because I won the blocking plan. We're going to mill him out. I don't think we can force damage to this board and kill him. Maybe. But it's a 1/1 and a 2/1. Feels really bad. Okay. The 1/1 flyer could plink. Could, but I don't see us winning that way. Is it 2 per? It's per, huh? Combat tricks are nasty here. We have to block. Can't take 10. Can block it with 2 creatures only if I block Warden plus Tyrannosaur. I don't care about Warden. Wish I could block Sack. Can I do that anywhere? No. I mean, I could just chump this too. Does it do anything? He's got 8 in his deck. Okay. So we've got our bounce spell. What else? We can't draw anymore. If we draw anymore, we die, right? Okay. Axe is okay. Keeping it surreal. Thanks for 24 months. All right. Okay, he's no good attacks on board. We have a 7/7. We're not drawing cards off 7/7. We'll lose the game. We could draw 1. So we could draw 1 off the Green Seeker. You can't add cards to his deck. I'm just trying to think if we have any ETB draws besides Skyscanner. I don't think we do. Okay, this gets a bit scarier. I'm blocking this time with the Warden. That's the point. Sure. Sure. I wonder what I suit up here. It's not a great draw for us. But it's okay. Suit up Raptor, maybe. It's already pretty premium though. It already eats his 2/2s, right? Sure. I don't mind trading off 1/3s for 3/3s. I mean, maybe it makes his attacks real shit. So let's see. 1/3, 3/3. I don't hate it on the Raptor either. Wait, what is this? Why is it lagging? How about eating his 5/3? The 3/3s and 5/3s are, yes, sure. Yes, I would choose to block the 5/3 if you attack with that in a 3/3. But my point is we already trade for the 3/3s, the other guys. Card doesn't do anything for him, that's fine. We're still at 13. Okay. Eight attackers, 6 blockers. Do we bond something here? This board is not currently threatening, but it could get threatening super quick. I think I might bonds that Meteor Golem. I mean, we are 6 cards away. One of these is our triple bounce spell, so it's another turn in there. I think I bonds the Golem. The way I lose here is he forces through damage, right? I want to value block the first swing and not get overwhelmed on the second swing. So this removes an attacker twice. I got bounce spell for the tokens, at least 2 of them. Yeah, and this is the other thing, right? If he draws removal and immediately kills one of my fucking creatures, the board gets a lot worse if I don't have that removed. So that's the scary bit. He just did that thing, so. Bond looks terrible here. That's because you don't know what you're looking at. Does it only work on my own cards? No. That's an interesting thing. Is he just going to ping with the skeleton now? No. Okay. Okay. Is there any way to get, there's no way to get more toughness on these, right? It's kind of annoying that he attacks the tokens here. You commented that opponent's path to win is attacking. Why not attack with 7/7 diminished to it? Because it gives him all of the trades. If I attack with my 7/7, he value blocks it, right? He gives me the least favorable trades on the board. While I have the 7/7 on my side, I get the most favorable trades from the determination of the blocks, right? Okay. So I'm pretty pleased about that Luminous Bonds play. Kept us in versus that removal. I need to not draw cards like that. Okay. So we're suiting up what? Skyscanner, I guess. So what is this? These attacks are all pretty bad for us. Skyscanner trades though. Greenseeker eats a 2/2. Blocks a 2/2. I take 6, go to 4. Too bad we didn't get one more turn out of that mill, huh? We're getting whittled down by just having every land in our deck. Why not Greenseeker? Because our win con... Jesus Christ, chat. No more questions for this game, okay? If you don't know the board state, you can't ask questions. Unless you mean why not suit up the Greenseeker. If you're asking why not activate the Greenseeker because of mill, I get one more card. I can take one card here, right? And still be okay? But I can only take one card. And I'm probably going to sack this guarantee the land. Yeah. Not even sure we have basics in our deck. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. We definitely have basics left in our deck. So we'd have taken 6 more damage if we hadn't Luminous Bonds the Meteor Golem, by the way, chat. So we draw. So he goes first, right? So we'll go to 0. So let me just count this out. So that's right? So if I go to 4 in my deck, then I draw, I'm at 3. No, I can't. I can't take this at all, right? Wait, which is it? I'm drawing first, so if I go to 4, if I take 1 more card, I lose. Okay. All right, Gearsmith is a nice draw. It's still only a 3 butt, but it's still a 5 butt rather. Only 3 attack, but still good. Okay. Yeah. We still got that fucking bounce spell in our deck, which doesn't allow me to target them, unfortunately. Okay, that's fine. 3-1. He can draw a card and kill himself. I'm fine with that. Sure. It's a 5. Sweet draw. We're not running. It's better than another land. I'll give you that for sure. Okay, this is a card we like. This gives us 1 more turn. So I just bounce all of his creatures, or do I block this turn? I think he attacks with all here. I don't think he attacks with all. I think I wait 1 more turn. I have enough protection from discard. Maybe a removal kills us? No, I only take 3 from that. 5 if he transfers shit around. So haste plus removal kills me. Flash creature plus removal kills me. Is this permanents or creatures? Creatures, so I can't even bounce. It's only 2 creatures too. I guess I just take this turn off. Okay. There's white situational removal that kills a 5/5 but doesn't kill a 3/5. I don't think there's any reason not to equip that. I could swing, but there's that flash creature. There's the black flash creature that pumps with black mana that he very well could be playing, and there's just no reason to do this. We win by decking. We're not going to beat him to death in 3 turns. Now it only buys us a turn, right? And it only plays around the removal for that 1 turn, so it's not even super valuable to do that. So we're dead next turn. That sucks. So we just got punished by a Boreal Elemental top deck. Do we have anything that deals with that? Because we're dead right now. No, we're not. We're at 1. Hits us for 5. We can't block it. We blocked it 2/2. I guess if he top decks removal, we're dead. So we go to 2. Do that Luminous. If we win this, chat, we win because I Luminous Bonds the Golem. By the way. Okay. Alright, drew our last card. If we had Green Seekered 1 more time, we'd have lost. Passed the game. Your turn, opponent. Good game. Alright. Close game. The Meteor Golem recursion to kill our thing was shitty. Alright, I'm going to get food, chat. I'll be back in a few minutes. We'll continue our draft. All right, were there other questions? I didn't mean to yell at you particularly, Arcama. The reason why we didn't activate Green Seeker was because we didn't want to draw cards, because if we drew cards, we would lose the race to who decked out. Why not equip Green Seeker with the thing? I did equip the Green Seeker with a thing. There was a lot of bad suggestions and back CD suggestions from chat there. What we're trying to do is survive the race, right? We're trying to play around things like him top decking removal and having good attacks. We're trying to be in a position where he can't force damage through to kill us. So that's why we're committing resources. I don't love luminousing bonding a 3/3 when he has a board full of 3/3s. That's certainly not exciting, but it's the number of creatures he has on the board that can attack us that's the problem. All right, back in a second. I'm gonna grab water, or not grab water. I'm gonna grab food. I'll be about 5 minutes, and then we'll continue our draft. We're 2-0 with this. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, chat, I've returned. All right, let's take a look at chat. Okay. All right. I think it's this, chat. So I feel like why questions are a way of giving people shit. It's often, why didn't you? Is like a phrase that suggests, I think I know better. Tell me, justify yourself to me, is what I hear when I hear, why don't you? Maybe what we could do instead is if you guys want me to explain a play, you could ask me to explain that play. I'm fine with that. I don't mind explaining it. What I don't fucking like is chat like constantly second guessing and being wrong, right? With that implication of that. So anyways, what do I eat that fast? Heat up something in the microwave and eat it. Okay. All right, what is this? Hand is fine. All right, 2-0 with this deck. Exactly, QBE. It's a good draw. We just need to pick up some mana. That's a good way to do it. Tell me what you would have done and I can explain why you're wrong. Mana Dork's a little bit annoying. I could tap that Mana Dork down. It's a big green deck though, do we care? So what's the alternate play? Piranhas, Tutor. We're one land away. I'm gonna tap the Mana Dork down so we can't accelerate out its fucking oh, you're giving me shit. God damn it. Maybe I'll just start banning people who ask why questions. I think I'm not so worried about a 3-drop. Although clearly this would have fucked his development, which would have been good. If I'd known he was mana screwed, I'd have done this. But he might not be mana screwed. He'd still be just showing us things, right? I need to draw a land here. Did, but it's a tap land. That's okay, because we can still next turn do that. So we have how much mana? 5 if we're passing artifacts. Okay. 5 drops are a bit more scary. There's a number of flyers on 5. 6 drops are scary from green too. Two damage to a creature. Axe. Good axe and equip piranhas is okay, I guess. Okay. Chat, I know you think you're funny with why not green seekers and why not questions, but I am going to start seriously responding to that. Okay. I mean, he knows I have Dragonfire. Do I take a turn off? I don't think so. Oh, he's got 1 green mana, so he has the hexproof for the 1/1. That makes sense. Okay. Weaponsmith as a... Oh, come on. All right. 0 patient rebuilding draws from this prick. Sure, buddy. That's super bad news for us. All right. Do I have mods in chat right now? don't, we're about to mod some people. I think we just lost here though, right? We're at 6 lands, no card draw right here. You can just time out people asking why questions right now in Diablo, starting with medkit guy. Okay. I don't know how we come back from here though. Seems like a bad spot to be in. We'll start with moderate timeouts. He never blocks with Risen Reef. Sometimes he blocks with... Do I have enough to activate this? Is 2. I do. Okay. So we now have to push for damage, which sucks. Why not ban them? That's a timeout. I'm serious about this. Like, the thing I enjoy least about streaming is... Well, one of the things I enjoy least about streaming is the massive amounts of backseating, right? Yeah. 65. Let's start with 5-minute timeouts. Maybe 10-minute timeouts. I don't know. I don't think I can beat this though. He's got Elementals Matter. He's holding up protection for his Risen Reef, and he's had an immediate answer to our rebuilding before it even triggered once, even though we played it on fucking turn 5. So I think we lose from here. Still holding up green mana, still protecting that. And we're still flooding. Maybe I should have last turn Frostlinks the Druid, then killed the Risen Reef. So he wants me to sign there so he can play the card. I think I'm okay with that, right? Because I do this, assign 2 here, 1 there when he plays Trick, and response by letting that go. Oh no, I had to leave that there. That's fine. Okay. I guess I'm just trading for the Druid. Feels bad. I think he's still incentivized to do his little trick. Yeah, okay, that's good. If he didn't do this, we're actually worse off. Okay. So now I, in response, do this. And then he loses Druid plus Risen Reef. Yeah, we'll do 2-1. Seems good. Alright, so he fucked that up, although I fucked it up initially. So I don't think this does anything for us right now. He's obviously going to trade off Scorpion for Rejuvenator if he can. I mean, I'm trying to force through damage, though. He's got 6 cards in hand. This is going to go so poorly. Good luck, us. Top deck now. Drew him, what, 2 cards? Got him a land and a card. The Brontodon. I mean, okay. Good game. I'm glad we played this one together. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Hopefully he felt the same. I mean, that's technically our beater. Guys, all gas over here. Cultivate. Draw some lands. That's what we want to see. All right. Your turn. Draw some more cards. Draws a card when this card dies. Plays an invasive creature. Draws a card. Plays a card that tutors up a 6-drop. Man, it's going off. Island. Chad, is our turn more or less impressive than their turn? Be honest. I'm impressed. We hit our 11th land. Okay. mean, to be fair, this was a game of Magic. It wasn't a very exciting game of Magic. It was there wasn't a lot of back and forth in it. His cards matched up very well versus our cards, but we both had lands. I flooded out quite a bit, but like not to the point of unplayable. There were decisions to be made in that game. It was actually, as Magic games go, that was a medium quality game. It was clearly one-sided, but no one was super, super land screwed. Now, I couldn't keep up with that gas, but even if I had drawn a couple less lands, like 2 to 3 less lands, there's almost nothing in my deck that keeps up with that amount of tempo pressure that he's putting out, right? Huge creatures back to back to back, double, triple spelling, drawing a million fucking cards. You know, there's just nothing to do about that. And honestly, I prefer a game like that, as shitty as that feels. I prefer a game like that to a game where I have no resources at all. Please update land screw spreadsheet. I don't know if I want to track that or not. Artificer into double artifacts is great, of course. So we have... What is this? 5 artifact mana. Ooh, Island's actually super good here. Tutor up our grenade so I don't have to draw it. Blue, black, green over there. Okay. Piranha can't attack, which sucks, but I don't have the mana to do anything else and tutor. Ramping. Dude, he's got so many colors in play over there. Alright, let's get our mill card. Let's go. Too bad this can't tutor my mill card. Yeah. Couldn't I have played Skyscanner? I can't have played Skyscanner and tutored the Vial of Dragonfire. And the value of doing this earlier is that I don't want to draw this card. This isn't a very strong card. By putting it in my deck, the point is to tutor it with the Weaponsmith and get card advantage, not accidentally draw it. So the mana worked out perfectly last turn to do what I wanted to do, which is why I did it. Shocking. All right, here we can Dragonfire first, or not Dragonfire. We could Skyscanner first. We could actually play out Vial and Raptor, which I think is better. We're 1 mana off Elemental. We can't Skyscanner and something else. So I think this is where we want to be. I've answered that a lot today, Excel. I prefer it because I haven't played any Kaldheim at all. Or it's not Kaladesh, it's Kaldheim, right? Does he have a 1 mana removal spell for my Raptor? What a prick. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? I haven't played that format at all, and it's like 99% of the way through the season. So I'm going to be coming in at like ground floor with everyone else having played it all season. So I don't think so. I don't think it makes a lot of sense for me. Yeah. Comes into play tapped, unfortunately. I guess we draw first. There's no cards. I mean, if I use this thing, I guess I can Skyscanner and draw into something. Okay. So synergy between Cauldron and his 0/1. He eats it for free, draws, gains life. We're gonna get a flying beater out in a minute. That's pretty unexciting. Oh, hey, bender me over. Hi. I mean, that's an obvious card to kill with my Dragonfire. He has no mana up to protect it. It seems a weird card to play on this board. Maybe he has something more valuable he's protecting. Dude, fucking Cultivate is a scam here. card isn't even that great for us because he can always block sack to the cauldron, taking no damage. It has no trample. Yeah, I'll take 2 cards for that. Thank you. That's scary. So that was the card he was protecting by running out the other one. We just hit our patient rebuilding though, which is exactly where we want to be. I have nothing that removes that card. We have... okay, hold on. What happens if I cultivate here? We have 3, 4, 5, 6. We go up to 7 with the... We go up to 8 with the cultivate. It costs me 3 for the cultivate and 5. But it comes into the land tapped. Fuck. So I think it's just Overseer and patient rebuilding, right? We'll bluff Hex. Or Ranger's Guile, whatever it's called, Hexproof. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Nieblis. Maybe add to that the start of that I haven't been playing all season. So that makes a bit more sense. I mean, it doesn't make any sense if I'm playing all season, right? But it doesn't make a bit more sense if I haven't. I mean, it's a pretty solid setup for him, right? He's got mana, lots of nice spells, a lot of nice rares, nice quality cards in this deck, rather. Every card in this deck has been good to excellent. And this thing generating 2/2s will run me over. But if he's, I mean, I guess if it doesn't generate more because he's sacking, it's not that big a deal. I'm not trying to hit him. So maybe he only just cycles with that. The fact he's drawing a shit ton of cards here makes me think he has an answer to rebuilding in the deck. Could be a Brontodon, could be a Reclamation Sage, could be a Meteor Golem. There's a lot that hits it. So I think I want to keep trying to force damage if I can figure out how. We also have to assume with this mana that he's playing some sort of fucking bomb in that deck. It's another creature to sack. Another pup and a isolation. I have no attacks. Can play out an elemental. I can't protect my stuff. Can I cultivate an elemental this turn? I want to get Green Seeker on the board, but I gotta get pressure on him because there's a really good chance that he's digging for an answer to rebuilding. So if I play, is this the same issue? I have 1 land, so okay, so I have 2 and 1. So what do I have? 3, 6. Minus 3 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. But it's only the 1 again. No, why can't I not do this math? Okay, seriously. For 3 for cultivate. So I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands this turn untapped. I pay 3, I only have 4. I can't do both. So I can Boreal in this thing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. It's a problem. Haven't seen this card in a while. It has flash. I guess he wants shields down. It can't be countered. Why would he play this? Chat's just explaining to me how he's a goddamn world champion. I guess it's the second card for the 2/2. But he can do that anyways. The card, he drew the card off the Dragon's Horde. He can do that. I mean, I guess it's not a second card there. Okay. Card's a bomb though. He's got cards to discard to it, so it is hexproof. It's gonna kill me pretty rapidly too. Can't be blocked this turn either. Oh, it's 1/1 can't be blocked. Okay. So basically, if I do it to an attacking creature, can I convert it though? Okay. Till end of turn. Chat, what happens? So if I block this and then Swift response it, and then he makes it a hexproof, I can still kill it, right? All right. Put one card on the battlefield, it'll go in your hand. Okay. He could be playing discard, I guess. Activate Jorel and make it big again. What? What is Jorel? Uh-oh. He can mill me out now. Oh no. The thing about patient rebuilding is it mills you super fucking hard. That's so bad. Alright. Alright, deck with multiple win cons and all sorts of cool engines. I want that deck. That deck looks sweet. So this plays around removal for one of my creatures. He has to remove them both to prevent combat damage. Draws a card, no fear, okay. I guess if he has a way to remove rebuilding, I lose to his mill. Might lose to his fucking mill anyways at this rate. I'm not using Green Seeker anymore. I can't get through on the ground with these, so I have to go through the air. I don't think I have enough time to kill him in the air. Is there any way I can get these bigger first? No. I have another flyer. I don't think it's worth. Okay. I don't think he's playing jank. His cards are strong, man. I could kill his fucking 1/2, but I never can attack through this ground. There's just too many creatures already. And he can always sack block. Block sack, rather. Is it worth Luminous bonzing the Portcullis Vine? Obviously, I mean, he draws off of it. But I don't know if... I mean, I care about him drawing because his draws mill me, right? But he can do it anyways. And I think one of my outs is killing him with damage. So... I think we have to go for damage to his face with air units. Okay. Vines don't have reach. Oh, I thought I had reach. Whoops. Which one is... Isn't there a fucking 0/3 green wall that has reach? It's not vines though? Whoops. Well, that's a bad play then, clearly. It's the other vines. Oh no, there's 2 vines in this format that have that. Feels bad. Feels bad for sure, chat. Okay. You like killing Jorel? I don't care about the Panthers though. I'm gonna deck here, right? I'm at 8 cards. Oh, killing him so he can't draw card. No, it doesn't draw cards though. It's a trigger on cards, so he doesn't draw cards with that. I guess he can make 6/6s out of these, can't he? Oh, that's the scary bit. I missed the 6/6. There's more text on this card. Can you play it? 2, 3. Yeah, you can. So these are 3 2/2s. Go. And they become 6/6s when he pumps them. So we're like on the double chump plan. Okay. Why not attack with more? I was trying to save Meteorite for face was the thought, but I actually forgot this card as second text. It's the first time I've seen this card played. This deck is so cool. I'm jealous of this deck. All right, how much can we get in for here? Oh no, we drew so many cards. We probably draw out here. We milled too many lands. So I tap him down. How much can I get in for? 4, 7, 11, 12, 14. So we're 2 off lethal. 3, 7, 11, 12. Maybe I should have looked for a crackback too. It's not target player draws cards, right? No. Damn. Shit, I should have actually thought about crackback. I wouldn't have died with those. I would have gone to 1. Could I have gone to 1 and then killed him on the crackback? Maybe. But I couldn't because I'd have to kill the blocker. All right, I have to kill that or it kills me. I'm pretty sure I just died a mill though, right? Cool game. Felt like an entirely different game than we're normally been playing, honestly. Oh, he's got another card there. What is this? Where did that even come from? Oh, chat. So many punts. So many punts in a row. Okay. Onboard stealth. It is. It's like so... Look at him. He's like hidden in grass that I didn't know about. Feels bad. Cool game. So many punts on my part. So that... Dude, this is the worst we've played yet versus the best deck. I thought this card had reach. I figured we had to kill him in the air, which is true. Didn't look at crackback damage when we should have been. I was trying to not take huge amounts of damage to the face and randomly die, but there was a world in which our only out was to kill him. I didn't count cards, so I didn't see how many mills we were likely to do, but I think that's a good game. So let's give him a good game, and then we'll let him have his turn, but I think we're dead here. We're dead by 1 card, so if we hadn't hit that extra land, we were fine. Because then we mill him out and he dies on his turn. So it's so fucking stupidly close. Cool game, though. I don't think we could have killed him, right? Because if I remove the 2/2 blocker... I want to look at that turn again. So. Yeah. Actually, that would have killed us, too. Do we have to draw cards off Patient Rebuilding? We probably do. So when that mill card came down, Chromium into mill card was brutal. Yeah, I think I had around 14, too. Just because I don't think we could have... I can't remove the guy and do face damage with that, right? The rock's getting tapped twice for that. So. Opponent had a cool deck. That was a super cool deck. Look at all the synergies in that. Multicolor fixing, Dragon Horde for Chromium, Chromium in the deck, a mill secondary win con with a shit ton of card draw, that 1/2 that generates cat tokens, but both feed his Witch's Cauldron and generate board advantage, and when he draws cards become these super dangerous threats. That was super cool. Super cool game. If my losses look like that, where I make plenty of mistakes so I feel like I can improve, we both have gameplay and there's a lot of complicated shit going on, that's like the magic that you love, right? That's the fun part of the game. I don't remember the name of this band. It's a rare, and I don't know what it is. It's in a set that I've never played before this. So, the New Historic. I don't even know what that means. Keep this because of Green Seeker, so if he doesn't remove it. We go in second. Of course, we're going second here. Jolreal. Okay. There's text on the like. It's amazing too because he got to use both pieces of text on that card, right? Like not only did he generate like 5 Panther tokens that game, he also got to do the pump where his Panthers become 6/6 base units, which is crazy. Blue, red. I love to play Green Seeker there, but that's fucking counter mana, and this card is super valuable here. Fucks my curve up a little bit to Green Seeker here. I don't have to. I could cultivate an island. Ramps to 4. Dude, getting this card on board though is so good. I'm not sure here. So the two plays here are Cultivate or Skyscanner. If I could ramp to 6, I'd Cultivate every single time to drop Warden, but it's not. It ramps to 5. Or ramps to 4 and 5 next turn. So I've got one more turn for this. So it's a little bit mana inefficient, maybe greedy to play this, but we played around Counterspell first turn. I think that's the wrong one. Why don't you tap? I mean, you're preventing me one draw. It's a good turn for draw that. I think the deck list is on the screen, Zam, I think, right? With Cardboard Live. I mean, if he had attacked with Digger last turn, he could have attacked with Frostlinks this turn. If he had tapped down my wall, he could have attacked with both last turn and then, or the 3-2 this turn and then both this turn. Feels so weird for him not to have tapped the other target. Alright, shields are down. Good time to resolve a creature. Okay. That card's scary. So I think I actually can get a blocker out for that. Can you at me with that? Wow, I wasn't really tracking on what you're saying. Sorry, bud. So sometimes he just wins. What is this? You may reveal a card. If cards with at least 6 different converted mana costs are revealed, the player loses the game. 6 different converted mana costs. Does that mean he has to have 6 cards at least to kill me and they have to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CMC? Or does it mean that his total combined CMC has to be 6? Yes? Okay. Well, that's a lot less scary than it could be. Dude, I hate that our worst game of the day, like the most misplays. I mean, clearly it was the most complicated deck we played against, but I hate that the game that we had the most misplays in was versus the most interesting opponent. Like, couldn't I have the most misplays versus the idiot who's just doing fucking dirtle shit over there, or like has the nut draw? I mean, it was fun figuring out how to beat Chromium. It was nice we could actually do that. Oh, I see. Wow, you can ping me on Discord with that. I think he'll just choose to reveal his hand to me. That could be good. He just plays Salvager onto an empty board? Oh, he wants 7 power to block the Warden. Too bad I don't have a fucking unsummon. All right, I'm fine with that. Can get another big body on the board, activate it next turn. He's not playing black, so no reason to hold the land in my hand. I could Sky Scanner plus Piranhas, but it's just worse than the Gearsmith Guardian. I think this is fine. Warden with Axe 3 for once, I'm sure, but it trades off my Warden, which he's clearly terrified of. So I can maybe make that attack next turn, but right now it doesn't help me. Sure. Stop on upkeep possible for double Dryad land. That doesn't help me here to do that. The Dryad's relevant to the board. It prevents the 2/2s from getting into my face. I don't get extra activations from that. You just group your activations. There's a time to do that. If we don't draw gas, right? So there's, I'll try to show you, right? Like when you need land, it makes sense to activate on your upkeep. And when you need gas that turn, it makes sense to activate on your upkeep. But I'm not sure we're there. We hit gas, so obviously the thing misses. So I get one attack here. I can attack with the Warden as a 7/7. He blocks 2, 2, 3. I trade for 2 of them. It's not amazing. It's not terrible. I can attack with this guy as a 5/5 with the Piranhas. I can attack with it as a 7/5. 2 for 1, trade off his board. I'm not sure that's any good either. Let's draw first, see what we get. I want to play Weaponsmith this turn. Weaponsmith's a blue creature, so it turns on our guy anyways. That's okay. Need to leave green mana up to cast Scorpion. So we're going to transfer this to our dude. And swing here. I assume it's just gang block there. That's fine. Okay. All right. Not super excited by like trading off like that, but he's setting up for gang blocks. I'm getting value out of that. I am pressuring. Like I do need to clear the ground to kill him right now. So we haven't drawn our Patient Rebuilding. We're a million miles off from milling him. Okay. Man, I want to replay that game with the fucking cool deck that we played against with the Chromium. Well, I say that. I think it beats our deck most times. So I don't know if I want to replay it on this draft, but like I want to draft that deck. GG, yeah. It's probably just a big flying dude, sure, but it's a scary big flying dude. If I ever leave him a chance where he can just leave, if he's using that as a blocker and I'm not attacking into it, he gets to card select off of it, right? I'm not so worried about losing the game once I understand how that ability works off of it, but it's a big chunky flyer who does stuff for card advantage for my opponent, which is pretty scary. So tempting to keep something with this, but I can't. Okay. Okay. So Spectral Sailor is almost a dead card here too. I don't think I should have kept land, but maybe. Can't block that, it's pointless. Drew another land. Okay. Do I get in beat damage with Sailor? There is this is Sanitarian Skeleton. There is the regular skeleton, the 3/3 skeleton who can hit my Sailor in the face. Dude, he's got a 1-drop into a 2-drop going first. His deck would be like so fucking blanked if I could go first here, but no. We're gonna go second with the mulligan. Super unexcited to play this with no mana. Dude, come on. Alright. Draw me out of the hole. What do I even want? Like, how do I get back from behind on a board like this? Need a blocker. Yeah, okay. 1-drop into 2-drop into 3-drop with synergies. Feels bad. More life gain's a problem. If he has a combat trick, it's a problem. We're super far behind though. We are Low resources too. 4 mana. Get a raptor next turn. Does it do anything? It does do something actually. Attacks with this. Combat trick's a pretty big blowout here. I did threaten the block. How did this? It's still a value block. It's a little less all in. Not terribly exciting either though. First striker on this board is okay. Wonder if I should have played the ramp that one turn, but I've got to be threatening to block all the time. Okay. You call the bluff. The problem is any combat trick ruin. I lose the entire game from there. There's still. I'm not so desperate yet that I don't think there's a chance I can do something about this. So here, for example, I can do some. Oh, actually, it doesn't really work. I was thinking I could force 2 combat tricks by blocking Burglar on Raptor and blocking Pridemate. The problem is combat trick on Burglar fucks me. So what we actually do is double block the other 2 like this. Wait. Oh, it died to first strike. Oh no, I just fucked myself. Wow. That's a big oops. I wasn't thinking about the counter being deployed before combat. I'm like, all the damage deals? Oh, wow. That's a big fucking oops. That's a big punt, chat. Big punt. Keeps the card alive, too. No, I don't want to do that, Paps. He's implied he has a combat trick this entire game, and he may not. He may just have been making super aggressive attacks, but the combat trick on the Burglar blows me the fuck up, right? He's had good attacks. I still think there's a combat trick in there. It just makes sense for what he's been playing. Like, this also blows me up. The lifelink combat trick here, right? Kill the Pridemate. Got an answer for that? I don't have an answer for killing the Pridemate. Okay, give him a draw card, which sucks. What is it holding priority for? It's holding priority for something. Okay. So there was no combat trick, so we got bluffed out of a game by Pridemate. That's bold, man. And we made one big fucking mistake here. Okay. Alright, there's no life gain on the board here. He's got double pumps for this thing. It goes up to 3. Both those recur. So we take 5, I guess. Go to 1. It's so bad. I have to go to 1 here, but it's not good. He's at 27. I still don't have an answer to this fucking Pridemate. I was so annoyed he bluffed us with the Pride Mate. I mean, he's good attacks, man. Good attacks, but ridiculous. Yeah, Vile is a good draw here. Keeps us in the game. I mean, he just goes wide around us here in a second, though, right? Remember first strike? I remembered first strike last turn, man. I missed it once, and I missed it because of a counter on a block that was playing around a combat check he didn't have. Feels bad. Admitted my mistake. Let's move on from there. I'm sure you play Magic perfectly with no mistakes. Question is, how do I win, right? Like, there's no way he doesn't have like one ETB somewhere, like agonizing to the face, or like a Cloud March flyer or something. One is so bad here. Not exactly the card I was hoping for. So because of Vile, we're not dead on board. But we're almost dead on board. One more creature, we're dead on board, right? Two of his creatures recur, and the Thawid leaves a token. There's no target I can ping here that gets me ahead. It still has the same number of problems. A single hit from anything kills me. Now Weaponsmith's kind of whatever. It's a body. If he draws a flyer, we're dead. Well, we're not actually. I can kill the Thawid, but we're pretty fucked still. I don't know how I win from here ever. I have to get like patient. I have to. He's got to miss a turn or two, and then I have to get patient rebuilding down. Okay. Currently dead to any removal. I can't Meteorite on his turn. I could kill Enforcer with Meteorite plus plus File. At the moment, if he plays a flyer, I just lose the game, right? Because any flyer now taps a creature and kills me. I guess not. I guess because this creature's not an attacker if that happens. I mean, I'm still dead to any removal. Pretty unexcited about all my plays at the moment. Dude, that one turn with the fucking counter was brutal for us. If this is removal, we're dead, right? Yeah, good game. All right. Okay. What is ATB? Can I get context? Do you mean ETB? It's entered the battlefield. All right. I think we could have got 4 out of that if we hadn't fucked that up. So it feels a little bad. Again, I like games where people get punished for playing poorly. So it's unfortunate that I was the one playing poorly, but I do like games. That was a real game. We had real decisions. He made good bluffed attacks with the Pride Mate. The Pride Mate's a terrifying creature. I guess we never saw a combat trick from him. If we'd ever all-in blocked the Pride Mate, it might have been okay. But it was that turn, right? We were down a card. We had our Flash Sailor and the links on on the board where we could have gang blocked the 3/3 Pride Mate, right? And then the turn after we fucked up the token. I never lose with the switch the blockers. I think we blocked that way because the 2/1 first strike was super valuable, and it was trying to play around the combat trick that we had him on. We just read him wrong with the combat trick. I'm definitely tilted from that. I can feel it. Like it's got grumpiness. So Mistcaller is a scam. I don't think Artificer's good enough to build around. We just cut it from our last deck despite having a bunch of artifact creatures. Is this first pick Bailiff? Might be. Mulligan going second? Yeah, for sure. We had less options, but we could have played with the options we had better. I don't want either of these, really. I don't know of any like aggressive artifact beatdown decks, really. Daggerback? I'm not first picking Daggerback over Bailiff. Bailiff's okay. All right. So what are these? These are pretty bad too. Stag's okay. Spores is barely playable. Divination's nice. Clan Color doesn't do anything. I played a guy in Paper Draft who had 3 of these once. Maybe even 4. But I can't do anything with just a random 2-drop 1/1 gives other elves +1/+1. There's an Oracle here. There's either Divination or Stag. I kind of hate Selesnya. It's super fucking bad. Would we rather Divination, Crown, or Crown Stag, or Spores? Divination? Drake? I don't think Drake's good enough to care about. Archer? No, Archer's not in there, and Drake's not in there. This card isn't powerful enough to care about, for my opinion. And it's 2 colors that don't match our first color. There's an Exclusion Mage. The card's excellent. A lot of blue in here. Could add second Stag. It's another Lava Axe. And then Oracle. I'll take Essence Scatter later, but Mage is great. Third Stag. Sky Scanner, Dreadmaw, Hieromancer's Cage. Huh. Cage is reasonable. It's a bit slow, but it hits everything. It's vulnerable to being disenchanted. I'm not sure I'm white. I'll always play the Sky Scanner. We put someone in white? Probably. We passed 3 Stags. I think I'm on Sky Scanner. I don't know if I'm playing green yet. Sleep's nice. There's another amazing white card. Another Dreadmaw, another Divination, and Aviation Pioneer. It's a good pack. Sleep's excellent. I don't know if it's excellent enough to win off of. We had 3 wins in the last deck and 7 with the one before. Need Omen Speaker over Sleep. Omen Speaker is lower than Divination, Dreadmaw, Pioneer, or Sleep. Also have Scholar Synergy. I take this whole pack pretty much. But let's keep going with the blue that we know we're playing. Dude, more white good cards. Fuck. I don't think that card's playable, although I had someone play it against me recently. It's not even an instant. It's so painful. Wolves is a really shitty beater. Drake is a really shitty flyer. Take Vengeance because we're sometimes white. We passed so many good white cards. It feels really bad to start picking them up now. Stitcher Supplier. There is the black-blue recursion deck, which I quite like. It's a Titanic Growth that we're not sure we're going to play. There's a Prodigy. And there's a Tormenting Voice. Tormenting Voice is alright with blue-red payoffs, but we don't actually have any blue-red spell payoffs yet. Reach Vines. That's the one I thought it was. Why is there 2 Vine Walls? One of which identical art. One of which has reach and one of which draws him cards. Feels bad, man. Okay. Alright, we've got a Diamond Mare, which is pretty medium. We are in blue. We could have blue artifacts matter. Both all these cards are really weak. The Bogart Brute's quite good. I think I Diamond Mare over Brute though. Okay. I mean, Exclusion Mage plus like this is not Sleep and Exclusion Mage are kind of aggressive blue cards. The rest isn't. I don't like this card. Miscolor Wheeled. Basilisk is still here.